Welcome back to Snackrodosing. This is a good show. A good show name. I really like what we have in store today. On Monday's episode, Tuesday's episode, excuse me. Well, already off to a hot start here. We talked about Icks, the ick factor. Mad Dog introduced us to a phenomenon called Icks. Still a little bit unclear as to what exactly can be an ick and what's not an ick, but we're gonna try to count down or do it not really like a draft, but it's more of a
Top five.
our top five icks if we were to pick icks. But before we get into that, we've got Arian, we've got Coley. Arian, I think we're all going to watch Ready Player One this weekend.
Bullshit.
Arian, I don't know if you had a chance to listen to, but we had Hinden and Tyler on to talk about some stuff that they're going to be doing in the future, what the last couple weeks has been like, and I think we're going to like send them a camera and have them do like some video content for us for the next like couple weeks and then or a couple months, and then I think we're going to go down to Nashville for the spring game. Are you down to meet up there?
Yeah, the dates got to correlate, but yeah, I'm down to go. I got a bunch of people in Tennessee still.
Hell yeah, hell yeah! So we'll make that happen, and then we actually have an in studio guest on Monday. Did you guys know that?
No?
Yeah, we got an in studio guest. Arian, I don't know what you're up to on Monday, but we have Charles Oakley coming into the studio.
Huh?
Say word.
Do you want to come up to New York?
I can't make it to New York on Monday, but that'd been fun.
Yeah. And then Coley, if you're feeling better, you're obviously welcome to come here too.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. How you doing?
It's just like I haven't been able to get it from my mind. I've had just a normal cold, not the flu, not COVID, just a cold since Saturday. And anyone who's like, oh, this variation of COVID's just the flu, shouldn't be allowed to talk out loud anymore. Like, you just shouldn't get opinions. You shouldn't get to vote because, like, this fucking sucks. I have no energy. My brain doesn't work. It's I texted PFT. We have to cancel the common cold. Like, get it out of here. I'm so fucking over this shit. Can't sleep. My throat burns. I got a drip, like nasal drip. Terrible. Fucking terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so you have COVID?
No.
I've never heard of the cold being like this, man. But maybe I don't know enough about the cold.
I don't,
Yeah.
Like the cold's kind of like a catch-all term for just like a sickness that isn't the flu, as far as I can tell.
Yeah. What is the cold? I feel like the cold isn't even really a thing. The cold is just like it's a lazy man's way of diagnosing yourself with something without really getting to the. It's very unscientific. Like, oh, I've got a cold, but that's in reality what you have is like a sinus infection, or you could have anything.
Right, yeah. The definition of a common cold is a viral infection of the nose and throat. In contrast to the flu, a common cold can be caused by many different types of viruses. The condition is usually harmless and symptoms usually resolve within 2 weeks. I don't have time for that. Symptoms include a runny nose, sneezing, and congestion. High fever or severe symptoms are reasons to see a doctor, especially in children. Anyone die? There's more than 3 million cases per year, which seems very low for something called the common cold.
Yeah, that's very uncommon. 1 out of 100 people get it.
Yeah, like that's not nearly common enough.
Yeah, way like 30
Well, it's
times
probably
as many people have
reported.
herpes.
Probably people who report the cold.
Yeah, that's a good point,
Also
Billy.
true.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of pussy like goes to the CDC and is like, hey, I
had a
had a
cold.
runny nose last week.
Like
Another cold.
Yeah, colds are
No.
severely underreported in this country. That's a good point, Billy.
And like I've been working, like if it were not like even pre-COVID, I still wouldn't have went into the office like this because of some of the flaws we have as a company. Like, we've always been told if you're sick, don't fucking come near anyone because it can ruin everything. But it sucks. It's so annoying.
quick
It's annoying
question,
more
quick
than
question,
anything.
Coley, just for the sake of the discourse. When was the last time you've ever felt this sick?
I don't know. I feel like I've usually been pretty healthy. Like, I don't typically get like this. Like, I had whooping cough in high school. That sucked. I
So-
was a
so
host
This is
host carrier for strep throat when I was in 8th grade. I gave it to literally everyone.
So you have been
Well-
that sick since like high school?
Nothing like sticks out in my mind. I think I was like congested probably like 2014, probably the last time I felt like this.
Huh.
Damn, you got an immune system like an ox.
Yeah, I don't get sick. I don't I'm like Earl Sweatshirt. I don't go outside. I don't do shit.
Yeah, I'm like that too. I don't get sick a lot. I get congested. I have allergies every now and then, but I just never really been real sick like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume like this was probably the most people I've been around last week, just flying to Florida and back. Like I would assume just being around people again. Back when everyone just lived on their own island, and every time you met a new person, you would get a disease because your body had no immunity built up to it. I assume it's just similar to that.
So you think that your immune system's gotten weaker because you haven't been seeing people lately?
Probably, yeah. When you're
Huh.
around a lot of people,
Yeah,
Huh.
he's
But it's
basically
also-
half Sentinelese now.
it's also a lot different than what you're trying to do. You fucking knock off Joe Rogan smirk.
Wait, is this? It was Billy's huh? Like, am I behind on some sort of meme that Billy's been
No,
following?
there's no meme.
He's trying to say herd immunity would have cured my cold.
Yeah. Okay. I think the cold just goes around every year to protect people against much bigger diseases. That's what I think.
No,
As a good guy, you're pro cold.
No,
Oh, God.
I just believe
I'm a
in
huge cold guy.
exercising your immune system.
You're gonna go
I don't
outside and like
disagree with
lick a
that, but I
subway
think
car.
That's
I
just
can't
Billy's way of saying
exercise
he
my
has a
immune
shitty
system
immune
against like cancer.
No, but anyway,
Anyway,
look, we brought up colds.
yeah, we did. Let's get into Icks.
Yeah.
All right.
By the way, let's make it not like there's just icks that make people not like other people. So like it doesn't have to necessarily be like a relationship, like seeking a partner ick, right?
Oh, yeah, none of mine are that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, mine are, but that's okay.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Say that one more time.
Billy doesn't want them to be like purely relationship focused.
Okay, so Billy probably should have told us this preference that he had before we made our list.
Well, there's
last
icks.
night.
Well, the icks are just like make when you don't like. Doesn't necessarily have to be people of the opposite sex.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just.
I think that's just gonna like.
Let's just-
I
as a-
thought that's what
No,
this,
it
the
can't-
premise.
That's what
yeah,
I said.
Yes, Arian, that's fine that you did it that way. Billy's
didn't.
trying to change the rules
I
at the
didn't.
very
I'm not
last
trying to
minute.
change the rules. It's just like we're like.
I mean, I literally got the text message where
Yeah.
y'all
that's what I
told
said.
me like
Yeah.
what the rules were.
Okay, so here are the actual
hold on.
rules.
No, here are the rules. I was told.
Yep.
An ick is something that someone usually of the sex you're attracted to does immediately that turns you off that you could never go back on. Like you immediately lose all your attraction to this person after seeing them do this.
Okay.
That
yes.
that was how I described it.
So that's how it'll be described for Billy's sake. Here are the final rules as to what this draft is going to be, or what this top 5 list is going to be. It's generally based around members of the opposite sex. If you would like to make it just about people in general, things that piss you off, a pet peeve is what that's called. You are free to do so, but do not tell other people that they cannot do it the other way around. All right?
Okay.
Don't yuck somebody's yum. That's what I always like.
I
to
just
say.
don't want this to, like we're mostly dudes. We're just gonna start talking about why
About-
we dislike women.
About man, there's like if I see a chick do this, I will never fuck her.
Like-
And also,
I was actually gonna preface this entire thing before we start. I was gonna preface it with like when I was thinking of them, there's nothing that absolutely like I'll never talk to you like because most shit like I think people like you're of the opposite sex like you can have conversations with people and they can give you the reasons as to why they do the things they do, which makes things tolerable and makes you understand it a little bit more. So it's more nuanced than just being like, does this, not fucking with it. Like, you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, because
I just want to preface it.
We're all adults here, and we're not 14-year-old girls on TikTok that created the ick trend who are like, oh, if I see a guy do this, I want to murder him, and I will never look at him again.
Arian.
But yeah, the way the real world works is you see something and you're like, oh, I'm going to add that to my list of things that I either do or do not like about this person, and then you get a total judgment of them, and you end up liking them or not liking them. Welcome to life.
Yeah, and also Arian, like girls on TikTok will say these things of icks. They also, you create icks in your mind for things that haven't happened to like get over a person. So if you go through a breakup, you're like, oh my god, just imagine them like doing X, Y, Z, and then that'll make you not be sad about it anymore because now they're gross
It's
to you.
diabolical. It's like
Yeah, that's
sick
kinda
psychological
weird,
stuff.
actually.
I think it's great.
No,
For examples.
Now
of-
that is kind of pathological actually, because it's like because then you like create a whole character of somebody in their head, and that's not actually what they are, and it's probably you that was fucking up in the first place. That's not healthy, dog.
All right,
One of the examples she gave was like someone like tripping down the hall, like they just took a false step, and then it was just like, ugh.
She don't like anybody.
let's give it a shot. Let's dive into it. How do we figure out who goes first here? Let's go in reverse alphabetical order of your first name. I made that very difficult.
Are we?
Is
So,
Big T there?
Big
Yeah,
T's here.
what's my? I guess there.
I just-
Are we
I
going
haven't-
government
I
thing?
just-
it doesn't matter. But
I'm just saying I hadn't heard you the whole fucking.
yeah, no, I'm here. How are you?
We don't have anything
Okay.
past, I guess, Madeline. will
Yeah,
be
that's
first.
crazy. Mad Dog
Yeah.
goes first. So actually, let's go. Mad
Are you
Dog.
going Eric or PFT?
We'll just go like reverse clockwise around
Yeah.
this room, including the Zoom. So we'll go Mad Dog first. Avery, do you have Icks?
Yeah.
Mad Dog, Avery, Arian, Coley, Big T, Billy, me, Mad Dog.
so are we doing one at a time?
Just give your 5.
Just give my 5 and then yep.
Yeah, just
Okay.
give your 5.
Okay, so I want to preface this. I'm not trying to be mean, and if you do these things, that's okay. These are just it's a personal preference thing, and that's just what I'm gonna say. First one is made these more relationship focused. If you're on a first date or early in a relationship with someone and they start playing the guitar or singing in a serious manner, so not like you're at a bar and Mr. Brightside comes on. I mean, they're like, "Hey, I have a song for you," and they start strumming and blasting like actual music. I
That
don't
was
want to hear.
personal.
Yeah.
No, it actually is.
Quick question: does karaoke count?
Yeah, because that's a
That's
fun time.
That's fun.
Yeah,
That's casual.
right.
If they sit you down and they start strumming on their acoustic guitar in your eyes, I can't handle
like
it.
just to you, or if that's like something they just like doing.
I mean, like you guys are
Like,
all
what if
To
somebody
you.
just plays the guitar like for fun?
No, because like
That's
No
a
one
shot at
plays the
PFT.
guitar.
No,
for
it's not.
any
That-
reason.
that's
what
I'm
I'm
saying, 'cause
Try
it's
and
not-
get laid.
I also pride myself on not being like
That-
a
that
guitar
too.
guy.
yeah,
Like
guitar guy.
the only time I'll ever bring a guitar with me somewhere is if somebody specifically asks me to, and then in that case I'll be like, I'll try to push back and say, I am not sure if I want to do this, but if they really want me to, then I will, because it's very easy for a guy to like bring a guitar and then you're the guitar
then you're-
guy.
I think
Right.
if there's a fire involved, you're allowed to.
Yeah,
bring a
but if
guitar.
you-
yes.
but I mean one-on-one, and he's on a date with you, and he sits you down and says, "Oh, let me play
Okay.
for a second."
Hypothetical situation.
Hypothetical. This is actually genuinely
You,
never
you
happened.
head back to his place.
Sure.
Whips out the guitar.
Yeah.
Back at his place, but that's his domain, and he keeps his guitar there.
Yeah, but he doesn't
Appropriate?
have to whip it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna whip it out.
Yeah.
Mhm. You can just point at it.
Be like, "Oh, I actually play guitar sometimes."
Okay.
Yeah.
And then if, I want to hear you play,
I-
then that would.
But I would
Yeah,
never
if
say
she
that.
requests
You
it,
could
she
then-
can't.
Yeah, if I
Yeah.
request it, but I would never request it because I get uncomfortable when people sing around me.
What if he proposes it, and if you say no, it'd be weird. Like you say, "Oh, I want to hear you play
Well,
the guitar."
Then he's not my guy.
So if he asks to bring out the guitar,
Well, if he asks, then I feel like if he's like, "Oh, do you want me to hear me play?" Like,
like you're
then
gonna,
he's gonna play, and then I'm gonna feel weird about it. It's gonna.
Okay.
All right,
so
let's keep moving though, because this is going to take forever.
Yeah.
well, I think
this long in each one.
this is the.
Okay, I said this one on Tuesday's episode.
So
Too.
I'm going to make a executive decision here.
Rapid fired.
We're going 3. We're going
Oh
top
shit.
3. Yeah, so you got to eliminate 2 of them.
Okay. Okay. I got it. Okay.
Wait, no, you don't go. We go around now. You already did your first one.
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
No,
whoa,
we're
whoa,
going
whoa,
all
whoa.
at once. We're going all at once.
I did say go all at once,
Oh.
but Avery's
Now-
right. We're
I
going
was gonna
around
say
now.
people are gonna take some people's.
Okay, PFT.
Yeah,
go.
we're going around. Avery,
No, so
you're up.
Avery's
Oh,
up
Avery.
next.
Okay, my one is you're out to dinner and your partner takes a bite of their food and bites on their fork. I can't stand that noise. It's
I
the
thought
worst
that one
noise
too.
of all time.
How else are you supposed to eat?
What if it's an
Like,
accident?
No, it's like the
Slide it off.
noise, like the chomping down on the fork. You've definitely heard it before.
Like but you want a woman who bites their food precisely, like she's eating a bean.
Like, so you don't hear the
string
noise,
beans, right? And she bites the bean off,
Can you hear
but she
the
doesn't
noise?
put her teeth on the fork.
Like
You
you,
can-
slide it off with your lips more. Is that what you want?
There's people who specifically bite down on their fork and you can hear it. It's not like
Is this an ulterior motive about teeth?
no. I'm just saying.
Okay.
No, he's
No, I
right.
get it.
I agree with Avery.
Thank you, Cole.
This,
No,
this
I
one
get it.
almost
Billy.
made my list.
Billy, wow,
What?
Billy went there.
wow, he went there, dog.
Yeah.
He-
That was weird.
No teeth. No teeth.
Anyway,
Alright.
I'm just saying, like,
I mean, I'm a
like,
fan.
do
I'm
you
a
not
fan
like
of no teeth.
I just like, are you like, you don't like teeth? Avery?
No, have you not
the
heard this
noise.
noise?
I've never heard of this noise.
No, I
Good
know
for
He's
you.
exactly
saying,
what
he's saying it's an indicator how she eats her food. It's how she handles her business.
I wasn't
That's what he
suggesting
said.
that at all.
I know.
I
Nope.
was not suggesting that at all.
Nope.
All right,
It's not.
Arian.
All right, so we're only doing 3.
Yeah, that
All
makes it
right,
so
when
much
if somebody's like overly into me, like that's a turn off. Like I don't like if you like it's too much. Like you just like you hit me and it just gets real. Not necessarily clingy. Like I mean, but that's a turn off too. But if it's just too much, like it's too much. Like you gotta have your own shit going on. You can't just be all into me. Like
obsessive.
when we first starting out, at least, you know what I mean? When we in love and shit, I love that shit. Like, give it to me all. But like when we first starting out, it's just like it's a big red flag when you like got too much. Like I'm cool, but I ain't that cool.
You
Just-
want them to
too
have
quick.
something cooking too.
yeah, pump the brakes. You don't need to be all about me when you know after the second date.
What if she like knows all your stats? What if she's bringing up your like
Nah,
yards per
that's-
reception?
nah. We just gonna have a good night. We don't have no future.
All right, Coley, what's your first?
So I definitely went the Billy route here, much more pansexual or sapiosexual, which is the attracted to the brain.
Sapio.
Tapio.
Sapio. So great start. So my first one's owning over 9 pieces of signed Martin Luther King Jr. memorabilia.
Arian, I don't know if you were online on Monday
I'm not.
to see what happened with Darren Rovell, but
Your boy.
I'd love to hear your feedback on this because he had a day. He had a day online.
Would you say this was his magnum opus? I think it was.
It's so hard to say because he's got the
I
the
think-
collection.
Classic.
Yeah,
He's
But
got
this-
classics.
Every like aspect of his personality, he formed it all into one perfect. Like this was so perfect.
so
Yeah, I don't disagree. The Chilean miners was pretty iconic. Like
yeah.
they evaluate like these poor guys. Well, they were stuck for like 2 weeks
What did he do with them? I don't know that.
I forgot about the
in a mine that had collapsed. And as they were finally walking out, like a global story, he was like, the valuation of Oakley sunglasses that these miners are wearing is approximately $2 billion. It was just like, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, they
The
were
sunglasses?
lifting them out of the mine that they had been trapped in for 2 weeks, like almost dead, like just barely surviving down there. And it's a live TV feed, and these guys are getting lifted out. One of them has Oakley's on like the top of his head as he's being lifted out, and then Darren Rovell, I'm paraphrasing here, but he says like $75,000. The equivalent amount of advertising airtime that Oakley sunglasses just generated on CNN. And everybody was like, what, dude, what planet are you from, honestly?
Oh my
Who thinks
God.
like that?
It's actually crazy in
wild.
my mind that when I was 11, Darren Rovell was like out there like being a menace.
He's been doing this like
yeah, he's
nonstop.
been doing this.
He's like the longevity of his weirdness is so impressive. Think about
Someone brought up a good point recently too. Like, there have been people have tried to be the next Woj. People have tried to be the next Schefter. No one has even attempted, other than you guys with Jake Marsh, and that was forced upon him. But no one has organically attempted to go for his lane
no.
because it's an impossible thing to replicate. No one else has his brain that just constantly does the wrong thing every single time. So on Monday, Arian, as I'm sure you know, it was Martin Luther King Jr. Day, to which Darren Rovell posted. He bought off the warden's family the sign in and out letter mail log from the Birmingham Martin Luther King signature from the jail. So government property he bought from the warden's family. To which people were like, "Hey man, you should donate this like to literally anyone. Like you should not own this."
Yeah.
To which he
That's the thing is like anybody but you should have possession of this right now. We don't care who.
to
you are.
which he immediately said, "Oh, so now I'm a racist," like, which no one said. They were just like, "You just shouldn't own this." And then he went into a Miami Hurricanes Twitter Spaces later that night, to which he said he was very confused why people were mad. He said he has one of the largest Martin Luther, like he was talking about Martin Luther King like documents and historic artifacts as if they were like Mike Trout rookie cards. Like he was like, I would never donate this to the Smithsonian. I bought it, like the monetary value is too much. And it was just like, if you like, he was claiming to be the biggest MLK Jr. fan, the #1 MLK fan on the internet. He has a black friend.
Well,
It
he
was
said he
great.
had several. He said he literally tweeted, "I have several big T." Do you have the actual tweet pulled
So
up? I'm sure you do.
I have the clip from the space, but I remember what he said. He said, "I own, whatever," and they said, "And some of my closest friends are black."
He said, "I just think it's cute that people are calling me racist, given that I have an extremely large collection of MLK merch, and also several of my friends are black." And it's like, wait, you have one of the largest collections of Martin Luther King in the world, so that makes you not. I just want to clarify that makes him not racist.
No.
And then they asked him about it, and so he jumps into this Twitter space to explain, or to try to explain his brain, which is impossible. And this is what he ends up saying.
Sure, I have over 9 MLK signed items. I am a humongous fan of what he's done. And over the last 7 years, I've collected a lot of things. It's not only MLK, it's a lot of Black history. I own a Rosa Parks signed NAACP card. So it was pretty shocking today how I was called racist when I am a student and lover of Black history. And it was I never expected the reaction that I got today.
He wanted to invite you to
Hang on. It gets better.
I'm sorry if people think that a white man can't enjoy Black history. All right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I really am. I'm sorry if people think that a white man can't love Martin Luther King. But to me, that seems pretty counterintuitive.
And then they just go silent for like 8 seconds.
You got me? I got you. Hey, Footballville, you have a question?
Hey.
The guy, when he starts apologizing, he just goes, "All right." Like,
Yeah, all right.
He's like, "All right, guy."
I forgot how
You got me?
I forgot how funny that clip is when he
I didn't even believe that was him because like
Yeah, Billy was arguing with us yesterday that wasn't him.
he has over 9.
I can't believe like 'cause in the Twitter space.
Over 9.
And
That's not a high enough number to stop counting. Like, he knows the number.
keep going.
the way that he talks about the NAACP.
I got a Rosa Parks signed NAACP card.
Rookie.
I got the mug that Harriet Tubman used on the North Star Trail. Like, it's funny.
He's like, "You see that shovel? That's the shovel they dug the Underground Railroad with. That shovel right there."
I love
Bro,
how
Insane.
after his whole
anybody-
rant, the guy was like,
He said, "You got me.
You got
Bro,
me.
Anybody. This goes for all these bum ass Republicans and Democrats that use MLK's quotes and they quote mine him all the time. They have never actually read MLK. MLK was a staunch anti-capitalist. He was a revolutionary. He was hated during his times, right? So they always use these quotes. They use the same fucking quotes every time, but like you don't use the actual quotes when he talks about the white moderate, right? But like they always misquote him, and to get and to understand MLK and to hoard his memorabilia because they have high monetary gain. You don't know the first fucking thing about MLK. Like that's what people get upset about. I don't give a fuck if you got to sign MLK anything, bro. But it's people that misquote him and they never actually read what he wrote. They just look at the ESPN highlights of this nigga speech on he wants white kids and black kids to play together. But he also called out white people who were dormant and didn't do enough. He was staunch about this. It wasn't out of capitalism. It's fucking hilarious.
And for the record, because I don't know, I'm not a student of his entire life. I've read a lot of his actual writing and a lot of his speeches. But did he ever actually put on the wide receiver glove and do the tomahawk chop for Florida State?
That's the greatest tweet I contend that is the greatest tweet in the history of Twitter. in terms of its meme value.
I'm out the loop on this.
2 or 3 years ago.
And then the group. Then in the you have to see
I gotta find. So Florida State posted on MLK Junior Day. It was a picture of him wearing a Florida State wide receiver glove, appearing to do the tomahawk chop, and in gigantic letters, it just said "Do something." It's the greatest meme ever.
It's so funny.
I'm sending it right now.
So funny. That's up there with the SpaghettiOs. That Memorial Day or is that Veterans Day? PFT?
Yes.
Or is it 9/11?
I think it was.
Oh, Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor Day. Yeah.
do something. Don't do that.
That was deleted in record time. That was up for maybe 5 minutes.
I just want to know, like, the quality control session when there was like, all right, we got to do, saying something to commemorate him. I got it. We just got these new Florida State gloves from Nike. Fucking dumb. Just plumb dumb. That's hilarious, though.
Yeah, that's my number one ick.
So I was talking to Nick yesterday about doing a video where it's Rovell doing a box break, like he's opening packs of cards of like, check this out, 1963 Malcolm X bow tie, mint condition, a lock of Rachel Dolezal's hair, original, it's blonde, that's so it's worth more. But we both kind of came to the conclusion that you'd have to hit the exact right tone.
Yeah, probably not that.
Yeah, even writing the blog, I was like, there's so many lines I want to jump over right now, but I don't. Yeah. He's the main character. I don't want to take that from him.
Yeah. All right. Cole, you just went Big T.
All right, we're gonna take a sharp left turn here. So I've got to narrow this down to 3. Okay, so this is like a non-negotiable. If you listen, I don't need you to be an English major. You don't have to have a degree in grammar. But if you don't know the difference between YOU''RE and YOUR and TOTOO and TWO, you're a very stupid person, and like I just can't communicate with you. Like I've never met an intelligent person who didn't know how to use those.
Oh, that's
in a
cap.
room with one.
That's cap. That's cap. That's cap.
No,
Bro,
it's not cap.
You hold people to that standard.
Listen, we're doing our Icks, Billy.
There's one sitting diagonal from you, Connor.
Is it just grammar in general, or is it just
in general? But like those are the 2 most flagrant offenders.
So I used to feel like that, right? But a long time ago, my mother married a cat who has a PhD in genetics. One of the most brilliant men I've ever met. Can't spell for shit and doesn't give a shit to spell.
Okay, but we're not talking about people with PhDs, though.
Well, you said I've never met a person who can't.
I've never met him, so I'm talking about normal people who normal people who do not have PhDs. If you don't know the difference, you're probably not very smart.
This is what changed my mind. This would change my mind. Like when you think about grammar, or just talk to somebody who has learned the English language. The rules don't make any sense. Like there's no like staunch. There's not a lot of
them.
Like,
don't.
It's telling.
No. A lot of them don't.
Dumb language.
When you're learning it, you're like, why?
Yeah, no. There's a lot of shit that's dumb, but the difference between your and you are is pretty clear.
How do you follow me on Twitter? How do you stand reading anything that I've ever?
He's unfollowed you a record amount of times.
Yeah.
Well. Yours is a joke. Also, you might be muted. I have everyone muted. But
wait, what?
Everyone I follow. That's coward.
Everyone I follow on Twitter is muted. I have like 25 people unmuted.
Who'd you follow then?
You got the worst timeline in the world.
No, I have my timeline is so tight you wouldn't believe it.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah,
I keep it spick and span.
Rachel Maddow.
I'm sure.
Oh Christ, no.
I'm sure it's span.
You keep up with it.
I would love, yeah. You know how you can do this thing where you look at somebody else's timeline. There's I think a bot that allows you to see Twitter the way that they see it. I would love to do that for Big T. I would love to see what your media consumption is like.
I know a lot.
Let me get your password.
No, thank you.
All right,
it's like Tennessee football. Play Travis.
I'll scroll down right now. There's Tennessee basketball.
There's
Big Cat. It's mostly just Barstool stuff. The National
General
Predators,
Andrew Luck,
the Atlanta Falcons. No, I do not follow that. Dave, Nashville Predators again, Barstool again, Jeff Lowe. It's literally just Barstool shit.
Will you go see if PFT is muted?
I don't think he is because I remember seeing tweets from him recently. He's not muted. No. He's
Okay.
Do you follow Dave because you like his tweets, or is it just boss?
Both.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I mean, you talk about someone who struggles with the English language.
Yeah, I don't
He keeps putting more and more spaces after his periods. Like,
Well, he's actually
year after year,
I don't
the
follow
amount
that,
of
no.
distance increases.
Well, he's actually
is.
correct in putting 2. Like, you're supposed to put 2 spaces after a period.
2?
Nobody
Yeah.
does it.
According to
I
who?
I do that.
Nobody does
Yeah.
it, but you're actually supposed to.
No, but they used to do that when there was typewriters.
Correct, but that's
And
like
it used to be freehand.
That's
you
what I
were
was
supposed to put
taught.
a little bit more.
Yeah,
space.
yeah.
That's what I was
you're
taught
right.
in
You-
school.
Yeah, you're right, Billy. It's for typewriter.
Back when like stuff was weird.
I
Yeah,
always do
separate.
period. I would do that in college, and it would make my papers longer. So period, 2 spaces.
Oh, and Courier New. Courier New was the.
I would always
Oh.
make my
Yeah.
periods like size 14 instead of 12,
Yeah.
and it would put a little bit more space in it. It'd give you half a page probably.
All right, Billy, what's your ick?
People who don't like will refuse to take the subway. That
Okay.
really bothers me. Or public transport.
There's
'Cause
someone in this office that won't do that.
They're like
because
afraid.
not that they're afraid, they just think they're
Think it's-
above it
And
it's-
dirty or whatever.
And it's literally like so
Definitely
much.
dirty.
It's more efficient. I don't the fact like people who aren't willing to like take, like sacrifice efficiency for like little stuff. Basically not gritty people.
Like a little bit of comfort. They're like,
Yeah.
I'd rather sit. Yeah, I'm above
Yeah.
sitting on a train.
Yeah. Or like, like just I don't know. Like it's sort of the same way like people who love going to fancy restaurants, even though like fancy restaurants like don't feed you enough and like aren't actually that fun because you're like feel like you have to act.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. Those aren't fun.
That's fair take, Billy.
I don't know how to describe it.
My first one is the girl who rides a bike. If I see you riding a bike, that's an ick.
What?
It's a big
Oh,
That-
comment.
that's
motorcycle-
actually sexist.
Motorcycle
That's
like
actually-
a bicycle.
No,
No,
that's
like a bike,
historically-
riding a bike.
That's historically
Oh
like
no, are
fucked
you talking
up.
about motorcycle
Why?
or bicycle?
a
No, no,
bicycle. If I see you riding a city bike down the street, it's like
Women were
Seriously?
thought to not be able to ride bikes.
Well, that's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but that's-
I know
that's-
women are able to ride
no,
bikes.
no, that's like
He's
a,
seen it.
that's like
I
a
see it,
gross
and it's
to him.
disgusting.
no, that's a deep-seated. That's a deep-seated like the women weren't allowed to ride bikes because they thought it would be like
Improper.
improper and
Yeah.
threaten their maidenhood.
Okay, well, that's not what I'm talking about here.
But that's like an
What about spinning? What about like
No, that's fine.
stationary?
I'm talking about a bike, like-
Here's reason.
Like a city bike.
Just getting on a bike and like going down the street in it. It's like,
many in Iraq regard women riding bikes as promiscuous.
all right, well, it's handshake me,
Wow.
Thanks, Saddam.
me, ISIS, no bikes for women. Yeah, no, it's,
Why though? Why though?
I don't know. It's like, this chick really needs a bike to get around. Like, chill out.
What?
You know.
Are you pro men riding bikes or nobody?
No, I think if dudes riding bikes is dorky too, and I do it sometimes to get
I was gonna say, do you city bike?
sometimes to get home. Yeah, to get to work. I do it. I'm
So
sure.
why can't women do that?
No, they can, but I would not judge a woman for seeing me on a city bike, like on one of those boosted electric city bikes,
Those
going
are the
into
best,
work in the
bro.
morning. I know, I love them, but I would not judge a woman who would see me doing that and be like, "Fuck this guy,
Right, like
not worth my time."
you reciprocate that energy.
I get
back to
it.
them.
Yeah, no, I submit myself at that point.
Anti-bike.
No, it's just like
All right.
Yeah,
some chick riding a bike.
yeah, dude. Bicycling and feminism is actually deeply entwined. I remember like seeing something about this. I'll send it to the group.
Thank God.
This has nothing to do about feminism. Women are free to ride bikes. I think.
So why is it ick you if they ride bikes?
What if
It's like look how
It's
hard,
his ick.
Dude,
look how hard this chick's trying to go fast down the street. That's weird.
what if Miley Cyrus was riding a bike?
Well, that was okay. So one of my other icks was if she isn't the singer of the 2013 mega hit "Wrecking Ball." If Miley Cyrus was riding a bike, no thanks. I'm out. Can't do it. Can't
Okay.
do it. Sorry, Miley.
That was intense.
All right,
All right, Mad Dog. You
Mad
up.
Dog.
This kind of goes with what Avery was saying earlier, but if someone doesn't know how to properly use utensils, So like if you're cutting a steak and with the steak knife you're holding it backwards, you know what I mean?
Do you care about the lefty righty stuff?
I do.
Huh.
Yeah,
Do you cut with your left or your right?
right.
Hmm.
So if someone's like, do you know what I mean though? With they're holding
But
it with their
that's
wrist.
Yeah, when they're
right?
When they're
What?
You're supposed to hold the fork with your right hand.
no, you hold the fork with
Actually,
your
I
left.
think that depends on England or the
I go-
U.S.
I go fork left,
because
knife
then you
right.
push down with the pointer finger.
Yeah.
And then yeah, if you're like cutting a steak and you're holding it like a
Yeah, if you're
literal
stabbing
barbarian,
down on it, yeah.
and you're like,
Okay, what about using your hand?
in what fashion?
When are you allowed to use your hand?
With for finger food. If
What-
especially if we're at a restaurant. Like if we're at a restaurant and you're picking apart like your pasta, like if you're eating pasta and you use your hands, shut up.
What about bones on a steak?
That's a fine line. I don't really love the move of if you're at, again, this is all restaurant because when you're in the comfort of your own home, do whatever you want. But
Huh.
if you're at a restaurant and you get like a ribeye or something and you just start gnawing at the fucking bone marrow,
Yeah.
that's so gross.
No,
no,
nope.
that's good.
That's
No,
great.
That's
This is where
You-
your youth is showing.
is-
here,
yep.
Matt.
No, it's
This
where
is where
like
you're wrong.
your guys are gross are showing. Like
no, you
No.
cut off as much meat as you can, but
Yeah.
it's an expensive steak, so you.
So
wanna
then you're
get
gonna
as
go
much as you
gnaw at
can
it?
on
Yeah.
Damn
that's
right,
what we
Billy.
bring
That's
home to my dog and
No,
he
we-
gets it
no,
as a
no,
treat.
No,
that's
it's
what-
actually bad to give it to your dog.
Yeah,
I heard that.
Yeah, they splinter it and the dog could die.
Yep.
So what
It
you
could
do
cut their throat.
is you could sometimes take the bone and eat it in the car on the way home.
But you're saying
That's okay. That's
Yeah.
weird.
Okay.
Like,
That is
like
weird.
as you're driving, you're holding.
No,
it-
is that what you want us to do?
no, if you're at like
Fucking
more
ice cream
like
cone.
Billy, if you're at a nice steakhouse like with your family or a girl or something, and you get a steak and then you finish the steak, that's fine if you eat the whole steak. That's totally fine. But if you go in and start gnawing on it,
Yeah.
that's gross.
No, it's not. You're wrong. Sorry.
No, you guys aren't just gonna get any
That's-
girls.
I'm just
That's
picturing Billy with
pretentious.
one hand on the wheel with the bone in his other hand.
You wanted fruit, you get fruit. Yeah.
He takes it. He takes it to the movies with him. He sneaks it in his pocket.
Tomahawk steak.
Still got the
You
bone.
want some
Yeah,
bone?
that's so gross.
No, we respect the animal. We want to use all of the animal, and it would be
Yeah.
be bad. If
Where do you draw the
What
line
good
with
ways.
utensils? Like, because I struggle severely with chopsticks. So is
No,
that
that's
like,
different. That's different. We are not Asian, and if we aren't
That's a pet peeve of mine when people don't know how to use chopsticks. It's not an
Yeah.
ick, but it's like come
like
on,
if
fam.
you
Not
if you
hard.
genuinely are like stabbing your shit with chopsticks, like you're just a child. But like
Right.
if you don't know how to properly use chopsticks like fluently,
as an
that's okay.
as an adult, no, I don't think that's okay.
Okay. But like I can use chopsticks, but I don't know how
Arian,
to like.
for you, I'll learn.
Yeah.
I'll learn.
Huh?
I'll learn for you.
yeah, you should.
I'm saying
Yeah.
it's just not hard. Not only that, it's just so fucking like forks are just so like I don't know. I can't eat like a bowl of ramen, real ramen, not top ramen, but I can eat an old bowl of ramen with like a fork, because you put it in the spoon and you eat the spoon. It's just superior.
I agree with
Chopsticks are
Mad
superior.
Dog in the sense like if you see someone like gripping their fork like they're
Like
in
a-
They
prison,
look like a child. You look like a
Yeah.
literal child.
it's bad.
Or-
There's actually someone at this company I was on a trip with for work that held their fork like that, and we were eating with like
You're fisting like Arthur.
we were eating with someone like very important. I was like, it's not prison. Like you gotta
No.
Yeah.
figure it out.
Or
Well,
if
y'all are-
like
y'all
I'll
are
draw the
elitists.
line at, so if you're holding your fork with your left hand, I'll draw the line at you eat like this, where the bottom of the fork is facing up. That's as far as I can go. Like instead of flipping your fork up and
You have some real weird ick.
No, that's
Yeah.
just like you look like a child if you don't know how to use utensils
No, it's fine.
properly.
It's fine.
You can't let me.
It's your ick. It's your ick.
I can't ride a bike, but
No, it's
you
your
can
ick.
eat a bone.
I love how PFD like stumbled upon like one of the 1800s sexism. he has
Stop,
no
stop
idea.
saying the bike thing is.
It's
has
literally
nothing to do-
it's literally women weren't allowed to use bikes because
Okay,
it was
fine.
supposed to.
If
I just think it's funny.
if I see a girl like skateboarding really fast, actually no, that's hot.
It's
That's
chill
hot.
as fuck.
Yeah, no, that's hot. I realized it once I said it. Yeah, Billy's
It's
right.
just bikes.
Billy's right. I'm an ancient sexist. What can I say?
An ancient.
Like I hate women who like to go vote. Like, who's like right on par with that.
Clip that.
So Avery sent me a text I was actually in the middle of recording an interview for part of my take with Bracken Berrios, and Avery sent a text being like, "Hey, just checking in to see if you really wanted me to put that quote board out about Ryan Russillo and Steve Bannon." And I was in the middle of recording the interview, so I didn't see it until after I was done. I was like, "Oh shit, did he actually put this up?" I was like, "No, do not." And that was a close call because you made the quote board. of Ryan Russillo saying like Steve Bannon is actually really smart or something like that.
No, he's saying that he was like intellectually.
He
Like
was actually an intellectually impressive guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I texted Avery and I was like, "Hey, can I post that quote card?" And he was like, let me." Like, we weren't gonna double check. We like,
Oh my god.
like
yeah.
Avery was like, "Oh, let me double check with PFT first." And I was like, "Okay, if he doesn't say anything, I might throw it up." And
That would have been bad. I would have felt so terrible for doing that to Ryan because like I made it as a joke during the episode, kind of alluding to some of the podcasts that he's done in the past, where things that he said have clearly been like taken a little bit out of context. And I was like, this would be the mother lode of all of them if we were to just take your quote about Steve Bannon. Oh man, that would have been bad. I would have probably had to do something to apologize.
We would have hired Ryan Russillo. Is how that story would have ended.
Yeah, probably. Yes. All right. So, Arian, next ick.
No,
no, it's Avery.
Oh, Avery.
Don't miss
my
me.
Bad, my bad.
My ick is people who drive with severe dents in their cars. Like if you haven't gotten it fixed in a certain amount of time, like that just shows a lot about you. Like if you're driving with a
they can't afford it.
but I don't know. Like if you got hit,
Stop being poor.
No, it has nothing to do with that. If you got hit and it's not your fault, your insurance should be able to cover it. If you're driving,
I don't know if you've ever been in an accident. Insurance is doesn't really do anything.
I think you're underestimating how like hard it is out here for people right now.
I don't know. It bothers me seeing people with basically totaled cars driving.
Yeah, it's a bad take. I had a I got a Tesla. 2 years ago, I was driving on the freeway, minding my business, and something popped up from the road and hit the hood. And I've had two or three dents. It's pretty big. I have not got it fixed. I just don't care. Cars are for A to B, man. You're superficial. Don't be superficial, man.
We can't judge it. Don't yuck someone else's ick.
Actually,
that's
all we've been doing.
If you got matter of fact, if you got a bad ick, that's an ick.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what
Okay.
people were tweeting at me that my icks were mean.
it's different. It's like don't yum somebody else's yuck.
Yuck. But it's
That's
like,
what we're doing
yeah.
for the icks. Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Oh, I got a big one.
Wait, okay, Arian.
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 Bad breath.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean it's just self-explanatory, man. That shit. Come on, fam.
It's about
that.
that could be anybody too. Be guy, girl.
Yeah, it's anybody. Bro, if you got to, come on, you can smell it, and then if you can't, ask the homie.
I feel like you can taste it.
Especially with masks now, everybody knows if their breath smells bad.
Know what I'm saying? And just leave it on if that's the case.
Good point. Yeah, it's actually a godsend for people with halitosis and herpes. Cover that shit up.
Whoa.
If you the masks.
Now's a great time to have cold sores.
Yeah, now's it's a great time. Billy's right. Great time to have
Like-
herpes simplex A. But yeah, I agree. Bad breath. You just like it causes a visceral reaction in people.
Yeah, it's not palatable.
You know what it is? Because it's like the pure smell of bacteria. So I'm sure from your evolutionary mindset, you smell that and your brain thinks like danger.
Danger.
This guy's breath is trash. And there's always one kid in high school, in every high school that is just known for having bad breath. That's like their personality trait.
It's funny, man. Somebody walk up to you with bad breath and your mind goes, danger.
Flee.
Run away.
All right, Coley.
I think I'm gonna guess 3 people on this show that this one applies to, and I'm not sorry. Dudes who wear hats playing basketball. Got no time for them. Get them out of my
Yeah.
face.
Who do you think it
I'm
is?
with that.
No,
I would have guessed. I think I've seen PFT on a basketball court in a hat.
When have you seen me on a basketball court? I rarely
Various
play.
videos. West
When
Virginia.
you're pretending to grab rim.
Oh, fuck off. I touched rim. You saw the video.
Go on an official court, bro. You keep going to these parks in fucking Midtown, who knows where. Go to a gym where there's lines on the court and there's a banner hanging up from any era. Go on one of them courts and touch the rim.
You have a lot of stipulations for seeing me
A
touch a rim.
banner?
I'm pretty sure the
I got one. I
No,
got one.
no.
Make sure
Now it's
a
like
reg-
you have to go to a gym where they've won a state championship and touch
No,
the rim. or else it
no.
doesn't count.
Okay. Let me walk it back. When I said banner, they be hanging up anything. if you go to a gym with lines on the floor and people attend and maybe it's cool, it's regulation size.
How much?
That's all I want.
How much you want to bet by the end of the year I can get rim?
Hold on, it's fucking Rocky. You got to train for this shit.
I will.
Okay, we'll be betting. I don't know what you want to bet.
Give me your car.
My Tesla?
You don't care about it. A to B.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I give it to you, I won't have it, so I do care about that.
Okay.
Another micro ick is teams that move cities and hang banners from that previous city, especially when they were like, I don't know, YMCA banners from Minnesota.
Wait, who were the other two that you think wear hats playing basketball?
Avery for sure. He's a hockey guy.
Like backwards, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. And it's how Billy's wearing his hat right now. So
No, I don't play.
And then is it Billy or me?
I just said Billy.
No,
okay.
I don't play. I don't wear a
'Cause
hat
I've
playing basketball.
never done that.
I
That's
did used to
psychopathic
rock
behavior.
a hat during 7-on-7s in football to look swaggy back in the day, and like
I don't hate that.
and like pack lips during the 7-on-7s playing quarterback, and I thought it was so fucking cool, but not during basketball. It was just gonna fall off.
In fairness, Coley, what's the exact solution for guys who have long hair? You just headband?
Hairstyle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of people in the NBA who have long hair.
So I know, I'm just saying. So the hat is out. I need to get a headband.
Hat's out. I already know
Headband.
exactly what type of player you are. You're playing a lot of defense with your hands. You're not moving your feet a lot.
Yep.
Very physical game.
Down
Can't
low.
shoot, Can't dribble.
Yep.
You
Can't dribble is the big thing.
Yep, this
you
is
don't really
exactly
know
my player
where to
card.
be on the court at a given time. Like you'll come double someone that you don't
Spacing.
Yep.
have. Yeah, spacing's all off. You have
Playing with
jump
their
shots.
hips.
Yep.
Hockey players are always throwing hips in basketball for no reason.
That's what I mean. They're not like moving their feet to stay in front of them. They're like trying to like hip check you
Yeah.
and like lock you up. It's tough, and it's always with the backwards. That exact hat Billy is wearing is what I was picturing when I wrote this.
Yep.
I don't even think I've ever played against anybody that's played hockey.
I never played
Not fun.
basketball with a hat. I can assure you. I always had a crew cut when I was playing basketball.
That's
for some
true.
Reason.
It's a good point.
So, no hats for me.
Yeah.
So 2 out of 3. I wasn't completely off.
I sometimes wear hats, but it's mostly a hair management issue. So
Again, there are solutions, and you have like you put it in a fucking
yeah, I can
pony
do
a lot.
I can do a bun. I can do a bun with it, but it's not like I
Yeah.
play basketball all the time.
You
Like-
be wearing hair. So I got like hair ties just like on deck.
Yeah, I got some of those. I actually have it tied up right now, but I just don't play enough basketball. So maybe I'll
For
have
sure.
to change that.
All right.
It
are
just says a lot to everyone else in the gym.
It does.
Is it my turn?
no.
It's
Oh.
big T.
Are we actually going around a third time, or do I need to use my closer?
Yeah, we're going around.
All right, yeah, we're going around a third time.
Okay.
Third time's gonna be lightning round though.
Okay. If you believe in astrology and or numerology, yeah. Do y'all know what?
Boo.
I'm
y'all
with
know
that.
what-
I'm with that.
Do y'all know what numerology is?
Yes, it's
Big
like
T
angel
Arian.
numbers.
Yeah. Thank you, Arian. No, this shit this makes astrology look like it makes sense. I mean, it's out of control.
It's
if you
dumb. It's the dumbest shit.
if you believe in that, like you're
My roommate just got a numerology tattoo.
No,
Oh my God.
girls that believe in astrology, numerology, they're low key kind of fun. Because
They're- no.
Really?
they're just a
It
little,
can be.
they're just a little off in a certain way.
Billy's pandering.
I'm not pandering. I'm just saying it's like I believe in like weird shit too. That science doesn't make sense.
I was on a date one time with a girl who told me about numerology and did whatever the fuck you do with your birthday and was like read off this list of things that were supposed to describe me. And she's like, so that's you, right? And I was like, I mean, like, not really. And she was like, well, you'd be the first person I ever met that that didn't apply to. And I was like, okay, this is for sure done.
Like low key, when it's a full moon out, I actually think like something comes out in all animals because it's like when the predators
Let's
used
go.
to hunt at night.
Yes.
He said, let's
Yeah.
go.
No, there's nothing that gets me going more than
Like
when
a
Billy
full
gets
fucking
hyped
moon.
about a full moon.
It's like
Like he is in a wolf mode.
You're telling me that when you see a full ass moon at night and it's just big in the sky, you don't think like, oh shit, this night's gonna be crazy. Like just like lines up with like a Saturday night or like a sometimes when it's a full moon on Halloween, like shit's about to get fucking spooky.
Friday the 13th,
Yeah.
full moon.
Like fuck yeah, like come on. You're not telling me you guys don't get a little like primal urges there?
I don't.
Billy in wolf mode is my
Don't.
favorite.
Yes, I do. You know, my G. I mean,
Yeah.
No one.
every time people ask me to like, what is your sign? I just fuck with them. I fuck with them. I'll be like, oh, I'm a Sagittarius. And they'll be like, oh, I knew you were a Sagittarius. Like, I'm not really a Sagittarius. I'm actually a Cancer. They're like, oh, that's what Cancers do. That I'm like, I'm not a Cancer either. I just fuck with them because they have no fucking clue what they're talking about.
It's-
No fucking clue. It's hilarious.
It's fun to talk about sometimes. I agree a little bit with what Billy's saying, where it's like, if a girl's really into astrology or numerology, you can like play around with that a little bit. But the people that take it very seriously, that's like, I think that's more than an ick. That's a red flag. If they're actually making life decisions based around planets and shit, then it's like I do not want my future to be attached to whatever is going on over here.
To the house of Jupiter.
Yeah.
I do believe moons play a role, like the moon, because it's really close to the Earth, gravitational pull and shit.
No, it doesn't. It does not.
Well, for
I don't know.
what for
this,
like
this has been
periods?
debunked. This has been debunked
Ew.
over and
Billy.
over and over.
No, what he said that.
I said no. I mean, what you think it like pulls blood out of women?
No, no. I literally think it has something to do with like hunting. Like people like since you can see more during a full moon, like hunters would like go out and like hunt during the night.
I love it.
Hunt women?
No.
No.
Mad dog.
Like there's got to be
Yeah.
something to do with like werewolves, full moons, like.
Yo, this is the definition of confirmation bias. You know that, right? You're like, there's got to be something. It's like something. It's the water in us. It's the hunt. It's something. It's something. Yeah.
I'm just saying. Full moon.
I'm just saying.
All right.
There was a study.
All right, Billy, what's your
like
ick?
especially when
Billy,
it's
let's
like
go.
a low, like in the moon's like red for some reason. People who don't like working out, who think working out's stupid, and like not, like for example, they rather not. They're too lazy. They don't think like
Yo,
activity.
you really are Joe Rogan in training.
No,
dog.
no.
This shit is
I've
hilarious.
always thought this. Like
Wait,
They
so
usually-
just somebody that doesn't enjoy working out, you're like,
it's usually someone who also like smokes tons of cigarettes or like lives an unhealthy lifestyle, and it's just like
someone who doesn't take care of their body.
yeah,
I'm not mad at that. I ain't mad at it. It's hilarious, but I ain't mad at it.
you know what I'm saying?
Do they have to? What if somebody takes the wrong supplement?
No. I mean, like, as long as there's like some sort of method to their madness.
Well, I mean, a cigarette could be considered a supplement. Just
I don't
for
know.
different uses.
like European. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're all just sort of like.
You don't like all Europeans?
Well, they usually they
That's
don't.
a valid opinion.
Yeah.
No, like like the European lifestyle, like they'll never actually work out, but they'll just like. I don't know.
The USA is way more unhealthy than Europe.
For sure.
Let me rephrase that.
Billy is just saying I like going to the gym.
No, but
if
like
I
for
don't
example,
see you at the gym, ick.
A shorter
No,
version of.
but
Billy
when you
football.
like talk about like working out or stuff, and they're just like totally not with it, and they just don't understand the importance of like that stuff.
How many people are you having like legitimate workout discussions with on a daily basis?
Yes. I don't know.
Many.
And I don't mean
Oh,
you
he-
like
he don't-
forcing it
he don't
upon
want-
PFT.
He
I
didn't
mean,
want to
like-
say. He didn't want to say that he talks to women at all, right there. I don't know if y'all caught that. He's still afraid of the incels.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna move on from this because I think Billy's ick is valid though. Like he wants somebody that
Yeah.
takes care of the
Yeah,
body.
Not,
Yeah,
not
I-
even if they're,
I-
they not even if they have results. It's just that they're trying.
Bro, this shit is
Someone bad at
hilarious.
working out.
Like people who just like understand the importance of good sweat.
All right.
Lightning round.
My next one is if she owns a bird.
That's fair.
Yeah, like she's feeding a bird. She's like twice a day taking newspapers and shit out of a cage and throwing it away, and then putting more papers in for her bird. That's weird. Also, I've been watching Yellow Jackets recently, and Christina Ricci's character, who actually, now that I think about it, I love her character in Yellow Jackets, and she owns a bird that she's in love with named Caligula, and she's a big nerd, but she's also crazy, and I like a little bit of crazy. So now I'm kind of talking myself into I'm icking my own ick, but no, I'm gonna stick with it. If she owns a bird, I'm gonna say Christina Ricci's character is a fictional person in a TV show that I watch sometimes. She's not real, and it should not affect my ick.
She can't hurt me.
She can't hurt me. She would
Can't hurt me,
try.
it's not real.
If she owns a bird.
All right, Mad
Okay.
Dog.
Mine is if they are at the gym and they are wearing a muscle shirt and then they start flexing in the mirror to themselves and they're just checking out their flex or pump or whatever.
That's
Billy, your
valid, that's
response?
valid.
I'm not guilty of that at all.
But
'Cause-
like they do the
That sounds like
tricep
something
move.
that someone who's totally not guilty would say.
no, I work out in sweats to get the most sweat.
Yeah, if you're flexing and wearing a muscle shirt, stop.
You're allowed to do the exercises.
You're
in
allowed
the
to do that.
mirror.
Yeah, but
right?
you're not allowed to flex after just
Yeah.
to purely flex and have nothing else going on.
What about me and Billy took a picture of us literally
That's
flexing
okay.
after our workout yesterday?
No, but you're
'cause it was arm
taking
farm.
a picture and
Okay.
you're showing off your arm farm. If you're flexing in the mirror, well, if you take a picture in the mirror too, but like if you're flexing,
If you're alone. If
Alone.
you're flexing with your bros, it's funny.
yeah, but if you're
Mhm.
flexing alone,
Because there was a little bit of
Agreed.
humor to our flex.
right? You guys had a humor. You were the arm farm. It was humorous. It wasn't in a mirror.
Yeah, I agree. Like the guy that's at the gym, like flexing and but just checking
Just
himself
looking.
out.
He's not even lifting anything.
It's a
He's
little
just
weird.
looking.
You know what's the worst? The guys who actually do the Mr. Olympia poses.
Yeah, that exactly.
Like they do the back.
Yep.
To get their like,
Or like
see
the
how big their
the
backs
S
are.
looking. Yeah. Shut up. You have like I hate you.
What?
No,
That-
no, not you. Like if you do that. No. If you do that, shut
All
up.
right, Avery, you up, dog?
Yep. Mine is hardcore vegan. So not
Yeah.
general vegans, but the ones who like shame you for eating meat.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever actually interacted with somebody who's a vegan that's actively shaming me for being a non-vegan.
I once
It's mostly on Twitter, like fans of PETA.
I was once sitting
Hey, right,
for
though, that's-
a guest lecturer who basically equated veganism to like the worst type of oppression and said that we're basically oppressing animals really badly and that if you eat meat you're basically like it was a pretty wild ride.
I am afraid.
That is the truth, though.
I know, but
So like this is the lot. So like I openly admit it, right? I don't care about animals, right? I don't give a shit. But I understand that this is actually torture. We torture them. Like we literally shove pigs in gas chambers and we murder, like we torture these animals, right? 1000%. And they have central nervous systems. This is torture. They are sentient beings, right? They are alive. The issue, I mean, the issue that I present to people is like people draw the line of dogs and cats because they're domesticated, right? But if there was somebody, i.e., like dog fighters or something like that was torturing animals, people would be up in arms. But because we have convinced ourselves that dogs and cats are worthy of treating them humane, there's an arbitrary line we're drawing. And so what vegans are saying are, you guys made that line up, and they are absolutely correct. They are 1000% correct. That it is morally abhorrent, I'm sorry, to consume animals the way we do. It's absolutely.
Can I make a counterpoint?
You can try.
Bacon is delicious and puppies are cute.
Okay, so
That's
I was about to interrupt Big T before he said that and be like, here comes a slogan that you'll see on a shirt that's sold at the boardwalk. And he did not disappoint me whatsoever.
I want that shirt.
Yeah.
actually we should make that shirt.
So, I mean, I agree with Arian. I feel like in 150 years, we're going to look back and be like, man, my great-great-grandfather was a real piece of shit because he ate so much meat. He went to McDonald's all the time. And I'll be like, yeah, you know what? I'm fully admitting I'm a big hypocrite when it comes to animals. I love dogs. I also enjoy eating meat. I eat a lot of meat, and it's probably raised. Well, it's definitely raised in an unethical environment most of the time that I eat it. Most of the stuff I consume is probably from a pretty fucked up place. But there's only so many hours in the day that I have right now, and so much energy I have to devote to causes. And right now, I'm just making a decision to live my life in a state of cognitive dissonance when it comes to animal cruelty.
That is a great way to frame that. I love that.
I'm choosing it. I'm empowering myself to choose that right now.
I agree.
Yeah. All right, who's up? Arian?
Oh, last one was So talking about that was too much. All right, let's just go. Like if you unreasonable, right?
I want the
Like,
one
if you
that's too
unreasonable.
much.
All right. This has to do more of like relationship stuff. If you have an ugly sleeping face, that shit is a turn off. So like I used to go with this one girl who when she slept, she was a pretty girl, right? But when she slept, she used to do her teeth would stick out and she would her bottom lip would go in her mouth. She would go like this. and I was like, yo, I know you sleeping, you can't help this, but I can't get over it. I just could not get over it. It was just
She probably had sleep apnea.
I don't care what she had. She snored sometimes too. So when she was snoring, make that face, I that's when I
He
turned
was
it back.
choking and dying.
That's
Hey,
sleep
man.
apnea.
Whatever it was, bro, I could not get over that. I couldn't. And then my next girl, she was fucking Sleeping Beauty, and I was like, this is what I needed. This is what I want. And it's an ick. I admit it's an ick.
So you're also admitting that you probably don't sleep too well.
Oh, I'm shit, bro. I never sleep. I'm fucking up
So
up till 3 a.m. I'm up at 6. It's crazy.
you're just up staring at people while they sleep.
No, I don't stare at her, but like I'll be that's kind of evil. No, I'm not staring at them like plotting on how I can get rid of her. Like I'm doing my thing. I'm on YouTube. Watching Twitch. I'm doing whatever I'm doing, and then I look over and I see this beast trying to hibernate, and I don't like it. That's all.
So
Just
that's
jealous
all-
of how deep a sleep she's getting.
Yeah, you just,
that might be it. Projection.
yeah. Like this sleepy mother.
Look at this sleepy motherfucker over here,
Yeah.
cutting into my screen time.
I love it. I love it because when somebody sleeps, it's like the more time you spend like that, your face is going to start to conform itself to that when you're awake. Naturally, like that's like looking into the future. So I think that's a valid ick. Coley?
I've got wearing a varsity Letterman jacket after high school,
Oh hell yeah.
especially like custom ones you make for a game in New England. Like, ick.
Oh, you bugging. Man, you made me mad at that, man.
But no, other people who are doing it non-ironically, like, yeah, it's over. Dream's dead.
When can you stop wearing the Letterman jacket?
The day you
When you
graduate
graduate.
high school.
Yeah.
You can't even wear it that summer.
Nah.
Summer.
What
It's
if?
warm.
What if?
Some place, can you wear it to school? Can you wear it to college if you go off to
No.
school?
No.
No, that's
Certainly can't bring it to
that's
college.
that is uber corny, my nigga.
No.
What about like a high school reunion?
I think that's
No.
even sadder.
Yeah,
That's even worse. Yeah,
that,
that's even
like
worse.
the longer you wear your varsity jacket after high school shows more and more how much you peaked in high school.
What if you like? What if it was like at the alumni game, and you were
Just-
back?
You're making
Just
a
don't
lot of
wear it, Bill.
exemptions.
Everyone
There's a-
knows.
there's-
Have you
you're there
worn
for
it to a
that
high
already.
school alumni game?
No, I'm not an alumni yet. It would be next season, the 5-year alumni.
You're
game.
in a what?
That's not what
full
that
alumni.
means, but
You're
You're an alumni when you graduate.
When you graduate, you're an alumni.
You don't even have to technically graduate.
Time out, Billy. What did you think alumni meant?
You thought it was like Hall of Fame.
No,
you
like-
had to wait 5 years before they could vote.
No, it's like the 5-year reunion.
No, you're an alumni as soon as you graduate.
But like
No, but what did you think alumni meant?
no, but like let's say there's an alumni game and you won a championship.
You just don't
And
qualify
it's
for this
on the-
game.
It's on the.
I'm gonna
Letterman
say
Yes.
jacket.
I'm gonna say for the record, Billy is allowed to wear his Letterman jacket because his name is Billy Football. So I feel like it fits in perfectly with everything that he stands for.
Anyway, I haven't gotten much use out of it.
I think Billy
But
Billy
he's
should be allowed
looking
to
to.
do it. Yeah, Billy,
Yeah,
you're okay.
It was very expensive.
I would like for you and your friends to like talk about like, yeah, we're all gonna wear it, and then you're the only one who wears it.
That should be
could happen.
hilarious.
That could happen.
Billy does make a good point though. They are very expensive, and you probably wear them 20 times max.
No,
Yeah,
you wear them.
it's a sham.
You can wear
That's
them
why I
every
didn't get
day.
one.
Something saying you wore yours a lot, Billy.
I think I did get a good wear.
Well, yeah,
out of it.
if you get a varsity letter your sophomore year, you've got like 2.5, 3 years of wearing that
Right.
jacket.
But then you're the man. Like
Yeah.
that's because you're still active. Like if you're 15 rocking a varsity Letterman jacket, like yeah, you're that guy. If you're 21 and you're not like in the league, and you're still wearing that jacket. Like, yeah, that's sad.
A lot of patches.
All right. Big T.
My last one is people who unironically use the term ick. If you use the ick,
Hey.
that's an ick.
Is it Chugi?
Yeah, but that also sucks.
I feel like
Chugi has become an ick.
Chugi is an ick,
Saying Chugi now has become a millennial ick.
but also ick is Chugi. To do
Icks
icks are Chugi,
Yeah.
and Chugi is an ick. That's wild.
Yeah,
You just spun
What is
yourself
it,
into a
chuggy?
pretzel there. It means like
out of style.
mainstream.
No, it means like out of style, like,
Yo,
and like
I'm getting old.
non-trendy.
I'm getting old.
So,
There's a
like,
new
how in
fucking term that pops up
2013
every fucking 3 months. I can't keep up.
Yeah, Chugi means like it once was cool, and now if you do it, it's no longer cool.
That's how people in this generation live.
Yes.
Mhm.
Holy
It's hard.
shit!
There's a lot in my brain.
I don't think that's necessarily just this generation. Like trends have fallen out of style, and people have been made fun of for not keeping up with the times.
No. But I disagree with the way Madeline is phrasing that. That's not really what it means. Like it means like
Yeah.
something that a lot of people do that like you think you're cool because you don't do it.
It's like making fun of basic people, and even thinking basic's a thing.
No, but it's like
For sure, but part of it is like, because I've seen
It's older
examples.
stuff.
It's like, oh, if you're still wearing UGG, it's just like,
or it's like
care
if you
about
are still
that,
wearing
you're
like
a moron.
a chevron striped dress in the year of 2022, like that's Chugi.
I'm fine with Chevron.
What's Chevy's?
Don't even bother.
No, don't worry about it, Billy. It's a kind
need
of
it.
pattern.
All right.
How do you know that?
Okay, Billy.
Billiam.
Billy, you up, dog? Billiam.
People who don't like the outdoors and get very startled by, wildlife and pests.
We're just combining number 1 and 2 here.
People that get startled by wildlife.
Like I know,
You
like
get scared by a bear, you fucking pussy.
No, like people-
what the fuck?
like
dog?
deer. Like I had a buddy that a deer came out of nowhere and he freaked out and ran like 300 yards away.
Oh, deer are one of my
I'm
biggest
with
fears.
them. I'm with, bruh. You can get Lyme disease from like fucking. What are you talking about?
Or like,
Deer
or like,
scare more
or
people
like,
than bears,
or
I'm
like
pretty sure.
mice. Like people start screaming when there's mice and spiders.
Bruh,
Like,
all these things can kill you.
spiders are
You know what? It is
terrifying.
It is
What?
very rational to see wildlife and be afraid of wildlife.
But
Yeah, if I could add a fourth ick, it would be people who hold tarantulas like their pets. That's
Yeah.
that's an issue.
People that hold snakes and shit, like fuck
Yeah.
out of here, dog. What are you
Mhm.
doing?
I like
I
like
always
mice.
seem like I'm shitting on your ex, man, but like
it's okay.
shit, that's wild. Like, 'cause I'm not like I'm not a wildlife.
No,
cat,
but
like
like
fuck that shit.
like for example, like going the outdoors is like people don't like indoor people.
I'll do it. I'll go outdoors, but like we gotta like there's gotta be a
reason.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like say we go camping. I'm not doing like the man versus wild camping. I'm not setting up my tent
You're-
in
yeah.
the tropical. You know what I mean? I'm going where there's people who are camping. You know what I mean? And there's like I'm not going into the deep woods where the bears is chilling. Like fuck that shit.
Like people who
No.
wouldn't like jump in a cold lake because it's like fun
Cold.
in the endorphins. Do people not do
Bleach
this?
it.
I love jumping in oceans.
Like cold water.
Not for the endorphins and the medical benefits. No.
I love it. I love doing it. There's no better cure for a hangover than jumping into a cold ocean.
Where are you guys going if you get a hangover right now and jumping in?
I haven't had a hangover in too long. It's been too long.
Got you. Next time I'm in New York.
Hell yeah. Let's get drunk, Arian. I'm
Okay.
actually, you know what? I might get drunk this weekend. Fuck
People
it.
who look down on getting drunk is also my biggest ick.
Yep.
That's fair.
I think I'm gonna get drunk on Friday. I think I'm going out to dinner with Large, and I'm
Oh,
sure
You'll
that
get
he's
drunk.
gonna be drinking. Yeah.
You'll get wine drunk.
Yeah. Large is a big man with a high tolerance.
And Irish.
Mm-hmm.
I just did a little like sabbatical from Sober January for my birthday.
So you just weren't doing sober January.
For a weekend for my birthday, so I'm trying to get back on that train.
I'm still dry.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think I've drank during January either.
Just like happenstance,
Yeah, well, I got COVID,
right?
and so then I didn't want to drink when I had COVID, and then after I got off COVID, I tried some wine, and the wine tasted bad. and then another glass of wine tasted bad. So I think wine, my taste buds got fucked up when it comes to white wine. But then I had a couple Coors Lights the other weekend. So yeah, I have had some drinks, but not a lot.
Drinking white wine in January?
The only thing I had in my apartment at the time, fully. Mouse drank the rest of it. Yeah, white wine in January. Fuck it. Why not?
Nah.
No? You red wine in winter?
all day. I red wine life.
Red wine life. All right, my last one. Honestly, if a girl's wearing like Washington Redskins or Washington football team paraphernalia, I hate it. And I think it's like, I think it goes back to evolution. Where
Hey fam, two of your icks, fam, are women doing things, man. You might like what's
that's
up
what
with
an
you,
ick
man?
is supposed to be.
That's
I
yeah.
think
No,
That is what an
PFT's
ick is
right.
supposed to be.
Yeah. I was saying if men do things.
They different. Like mine was like women have bad breath. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You
yours
said
is
they
women
can't
sleep.
sleep.
Yeah.
But that's not like I'm not saying women shouldn't sleep. You know what I'm saying?
You're not
Just,
saying
I don't know,
just
like,
only
sleep.
exactly the way you want to.
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
No. I'm just saying it's not attractive. He's saying like he feels a way if women ride bikes.
No,
And
No, you guys are saying the same thing.
I'm saying
Nah,
women are.
hell no.
I'm very happy that women support the Washington football team. They're one of the most progressive organizations in sports when it comes to empowering women for the last 7 months. So I love it, but I'm not like, I think it's an evolutionary thing. I really do. I think I know what my defective genes are that I have. When I see a woman who shares the same defective personality traits that I have, somewhere in the back of my head, I'm like, that's bad for procreation. I'm already the asshole that likes the Washington football team. We cannot combine our genes because that's too special. We can't have Washington football team baby. I need some of the, it's like how mutts in the dog world. Mutts are way healthier than purebred because they have, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, protection against various genetic disorders. If I see somebody, like, I can't do a purebred Washington football team fan baby. That's bad for the world.
Well, that's interesting.
Thanks, Billy.
Praying for you, man.
Great.
All right, fine. My other one was going to be if she's got a wet jumper but no handle. That's weird.
Reasonable.
Clay Thompson, ick.
Exactly. Like if you're really sick from downtown, but you can't dribble.
Hey, Coley, what did you feel about the because I know coaches across the planet was just creaming their pants when Klay Thompson had like 50 points with like 4 dribbles or something like that. What did you feel about that?
I thought it was like maybe like when Clay is on, I don't know if there's someone else I'd rather watch in the NBA today or since he's come into the league. There's nothing like when he's just locked in. It's like he's playing difference, but like it's better than even when Steph's locked in because Steph like dribbles, he runs around. Clay's just like, I'm not going to dribble. I'm going to drop 30 in 4 minutes, and there's really nothing you can do to stop it. And he's just out there higher than anyone's ever been. It's all of it's just so perfect. Like he's like not having him in the NBA the last 2.5 years was a detriment to society as a whole.
Yeah, he's like one of them cats. It's like if you were to mock up a fundamentally sound player, it's him. He does everything. He does everything perfect.
The purest form. He's gonna play defense on the other end. Like he gave Kyrie more problems than I've seen anyone, just because he was quick enough to stay in front of him and had enough length to bother his shot. Like obviously Kyrie hit that shot on. Was that on him or was that on Steph? Doesn't matter. But Clay's the best. Clay's just fucking one of a kind. He just gets on his boat, drives out into the Bay Area harbor, and just burns it the fuck down and has himself a grand old time. Did you see Kawhi at the Rams game the other day?
No, he made an appearance in front of people.
He was there with Paul George, Mookie Betts, and someone else. Can't remember who the other person was. But they were at the Rams game, and Kawhi was very clearly rolling a blunt. And the camera guy is getting the 3 non-Kawhi, and Kawhi keeps he's got his big ass hand. He probably rolls it in one hand, Got it like all the way out here out of the frame, and he keeps like looking over his shoulder like, can you not? And the cameraman like only shows his face and then cuts back quick. It's very funny.
No, I see it. I see it.
All right. I think that's a good wrap up for.
Real quick.
Okay,
I saw
never
this
mind.
sick video of the volcano erupting, and when it was erupting, there's just tons of lightning striking the volcano while it erupted.
Mhm.
I had no idea about this, but turns out when volcanoes erupt, like tons of electrical activity happen over it. So there's just a tons of light when the volcano erupts. I thought that was just like in movies to like stress, like, oh, it's like evil, but that actually happens.
No, it's metal as fuck.
It's sick.
Like a Imagine
It is
Dragons
metal as fuck.
song in nature.
And I know the volcano was very damaging to a lot of people with tidal wave, the tsunami, and everything. Very sorry about that, but really cool.
But boy, was it cool.
You
really
also
cool visuals.
you can't fly planes near volcanoes. One from the ash, and then two, even if you're outside of the visual ash, you can get some of those lightning storms, and the particles around you are like.
That's what
electrified.
Iceland fucked up with the
Yeah.
with European transport. Also, 5G didn't crash the planes.
Shout out planes.
Real quick, hold on. Does anybody have like 5G or is on Verizon or whatever, or have any service that uses 5G?
Yeah.
Is it worse than LTE? Every time I'm in 5G, the service is shit.
Doesn't feel to be a
I
tremendous
think they're
upgrade
just
now.
putting 5G. I think they're just starting to do 5G. Turning it
No,
on
no,
soon.
but there are spots, right? There are spots where your phone will turn to it. Like right now, my shit is LTE, right? But like if I go again in a city somewhere where it's established, it'll show 5G, and every time it shows 5G, my shit is exponentially slower than LTE. I don't know if it was just me or what the hell was going on. Maybe somebody tweet at me, man. Let me know what the hell is happening.
I want to figure out our cellular stuff. Like someone help explain to me.
Billy is
what
on the case.
What wave we're on?
Yeah.
Hey, Billy, you be funny without trying to be funny, man. This is hilarious.
One of my hidden talents.
All right. We will see you guys next Tuesday. Love you guys.